But then I went through a unique journey where I went from being an intern to becoming a full-time advisor with an insurance affiliated broker dealer at that time, and was able to grow my practice. But it was difficult because I didn't feel like I was smart. I didn't have a piece of paper on the wall with a degree saying anybody said I was smart. And it took me down a path that later I had to have some reformation from, but thinking I needed to be the smartest person in the room. And so without that degree, what I ended up doing is sometimes maxing credit cards to be able to put myself in really uncommon knowledge rooms. The places I would have to pay, I think I counted it up and I paid on average $40,000 a year for education and coaching for 10 years running. In my 20s and some years, those were really hard checks to write. But what it left me with was an education both around business and this industry specifically that wasn't the typical stuff that financial institutions are willing to teach us directly. Their financial institutions are going to pay, like many of these firms, their quarterly meetings are funded by wholesalers for financial institutions. And frankly, and no intention to offend any other advisors out there, but it's a little bit like if your job is to protect the chickens, you're letting the fox teach the hound dog how to protect the chickens. And so if you are on that educational path now, branch out and find people you got to write checks to learn from, because those people will teach you things, one, potentially uncommon things that will be highly valuable to you, but more importantly, they'll teach you things without the financial institution agenda on the line. And so because I did that for years, it had me build a very different process. I didn't love sales with people, so I wanted to design an educational process where I have the mindset that if someone saw a problem or situation the way that I did and the solution to it the way that I did, then they would implement happily and have a great long-lasting relationship with us.